Hey there, welcome to the Second Lunch Podcast. Today we have a special guest, Duane Goad. Duane, why don't you tell us about yourself?
Oh, I love dogs, and there's not much really to tell. I'm a comic, you know me.
Yeah.
Cole knows me now. We met 2 minutes ago. Jake is quite aware of who I am.
Duane
asked me to sign
is,
this picture. The dog's looking at me like I can recognize that guy.
Yeah, Gino is here as well. Duane is, I think it's safe to say, on the Mount Rushmore of Seattle comics.
That's a pretty sad goddamn thing to open with.
It's Brad Upton, you, couple other folks.
And 3 other guys who were able to do dry bars, and not me.
So yeah, let's just rock and roll. You want to jump right into Tinderella stuff?
Yeah, absolutely.
So this is just a question segment.
All right.
Just to kind of get us talking.
Yeah, we'll get kicked off with a really thought-provoking, preventing question. Would you rather the toilet seat always be warm from the person before you or very cold for the rest of your life?
Very cold.
I'm in the same boat.
Yeah.
Anytime I sit down and it's warm, I'm like, I can't go now. I can't. I might as well just leave.
Foul.
Somebody else's body heat. Ugh.
Look, my stomach's killing me, but let me go replace this toilet seat. Is there a Home Depot around here? Go buy one. Yeah, that's
Can I set this on fire?
It's
like the quickest Tinderella answer ever. There's no debate. There's no keep the warm toilet seat away from
I'll
me.
just shit my pants. I'm good. Thanks, guys. See you outside.
I've asked somebody this question before, and they're like, well, I mean, if you think about it, it's nice because it's warm and it doesn't take any electricity.
Okay, well, that's a good thought if you're, living on the streets or in poverty or something. But I don't need secondhand warmth from the shitter. Like, I have enough residual heat sources to not rely on that.
We all picture being
nice
ass
little
to
toilet
ass
fire going. This is
You're
it.
heating your house with the toilet seat.
I think spring's coming.
Okay. Assuming Eye of the Tiger is not an option, to which song would your Underdog workout compilation movie scene play out?
I want Duane to answer first.
Assuming what? What song?
So if you're eliminating Eye of the Tiger, the old Rocky.
Okay.
So that one's off, but anything else is in play for inspirational.
The jig is out, the news is out, they finally found me. Am I the only one picking sticks here?
Sticks. How old are you?
I was going to say Total Eclipse of the Heart,
I think I would go, so in Rocky IV, there's No Easy Way Out. That was the montage of that one. It was all black and white and crazy flash shots of Dolph Lundgren. So I could go that one. Or Far From Over from Staying Alive, the sequel to Saturday Night Fever, directed by Stallone. Or at the end of First Blood with Stallone, when they capture him and he's going out in handcuffs. I'd probably pick that one because there's no way I'm going to win anything, regardless of a montage. I'm useless.
Yeah, what are you doing in your montage?
If it's a fight, then I'm done. If it's to get the big job, I'm going to be homeless, having a toilet fire. So I think I'll go with I don't know the name of the song. There's a long road. It's like Dan Hill or something like that. I know that movie pretty well.
So you're just walking away, camera to your back, off into the sunset.
My montage is me just giving up.
I was going to say mine's just eating cereal.
Oh, yeah. Mine's probably taking one of the blood pressure readouts at the Fred Meyer and being like, oh, shit. 160 over what?
4 homeless guys wait. Can I sit there next?
Yeah.
I need that heat.
Yeah.
Preheated cuff, man.
Really professional. Already got a call
This
back.
isn't a toilet. Not for you. Maybe not for you, good sir. Some of us don't have that luxury.
The world is our toilet.
Fred Meyer.
Fred Meyer. Yum.
Fred Meyer. Yum. Or that Flo Rida song. It's nice to see Flo Rida's getting some what's it? Every time I turn to Fred Meyer, they got some song
that's
from
right.
That's right. A song from 5 years ago.
Yes.
It's and a weird kind of
very strange art.
They're not Despicable Me, so we don't get sued, but they're kind of like that. They're kind of minionish,
I
the
never
corporate-
thought I would hear you say Flo Rida ever in my life. Every time I
can't
hear
believe I
somebody
said it.
every time I hear somebody say it, I was like, I thought it was Florida. And yeah, I love the looks of disgust in return.
When you say Florida, I have looks of disgust. But Flo Rida, I know who that guy is. Somebody goes, I'm from Florida.
Ugh.
Gross. Ugh. America's toilet.
Florida's ranked.
That's
Flo
why it's warm.
Rida getting hit by a bus. Florida. All right. If you could remove any celebrity from history, who would it be and why? So I got a question right off the bat. Are we talking any celebrity? Are we talking like conventional celebrity or like as a historical figure? There's some pretty famous
what
ones.
was it?
you know.
Robert Kardashian, OJ's. I'm taking him out.
Guy's already died.
not
Let's
the
get him out of history.
I'm taking him out right away. That way, OJ's in jail
expunged.
to begin with, where he belongs, and then we don't have to deal with all the other Kardashian shit down the road. So you wipe out not just a one; it's a whole.
Okay, you're like eradicating a
effect.
bloodline. That's like a whole different
A
like
fame line,
yeah,
at least.
I'm killing whatever 19th century Baldwin there was so that I don't have to see Steven ever again.
Hey, it would have saved
was
one director.
I didn't know that was an option. Oh, yeah, God, Jesus Christ. Yikes.
Yeah. I mean, I could go local celebrities. If you would like to take out from the Seattle area.
You really just can't stand Kermit Apio, huh? That's what.
I love Kermit.
Bill Nye, done.
Yeah.
There's got to be a celebrity you hate, Duane. I've hung out.
Oh,
with
there
you too
is.
many times.
But I'm just wondering, could it be a celebrity that later went into politics? Of course, you guys know
Who
I'm
would
talking
that
about
be?
Gopher from the Love Boat. No, I'm trying to think. It was just right there as you were talking. It was right there, and I was like, "Oh man, that would be a good one," but I can't remember what it was now.
We'll let Duane think. What's yours, Cole?
Yeah,
God, I don't. I didn't know if he was talking about Reagan or which political celebrity.
Yeah, which one of our presidents?
Ron Reagan, Bob Lincoln.
Jesus, I don't know. That's a
Jesus? That's a little
Yeah.
rough.
Hey.
That is rough.
Yeah, all 6 listeners are now gone. That's truly,
You
truly
just
a
lost
tragedy.
Oklahoma.
I think I got completely fucked up when you were talking about eliminating a whole like, family of
Well,
people.
I'm not
jarred
killing
my-
them here. I'm just making them not famous.
I think for me it would probably be any comic you've seen on TikTok.
That
was their celebrity. Are you guys on TikTok?
No, he said somebody we've seen, so it's not us.
Well, when I say that, I
Okay,
guess
you're right,
I'm
you're
thinking
right.
more of just anybody who's doing a stupid goddamn dance. Do you guys do dances?
No, God.
Okay.
Do we look like we dance?
Well, I don't know.
I've
Maybe
been
that could be
medically
that could be
advised.
the hook of the show. If I was tuning in, like, hey, let me see those two dudes dance. I don't care about the
I wonder
comic.
which one falls first.
It's
I think it's some Seattle clown. But anyways, what's the dancer doing this week? Let me see. Yeah, I can't think of one celebrity.
I'm taking out Sammy Hagar.
Oh, that's a good
Just
one.
for right now. That's just right. That's the flavor of the month.
You
I'm
know
not
what?
saying
I
all
think
time,
I'll go
but-
Bette Midler. I'll see your Sammy Hagar. Same haircut, same kind of perm. I'll go with Bette. Yeah.
All right, questions answered. I don't no explanation as to why. Just, you know.
Yeah, and I think Bette Midler's actually quite talented and funny. To be honest with you, I have nothing against that
Like,
lady.
I just preferred David Lee Roth. That's really where I'm coming from.
I like Shelley Long.
What's the weirdest vinyl record you own? Is this for all
Yeah,
parties?
Duane, you collect vinyl too, right?
I have tons of vinyl. The weirdest. Ugh.
Mine is what's the Tom Parker one he recorded at Elvis just stoned talking.
Oh, having fun with Elvis on
That
stage.
is absolutely mine.
You have that?
Yeah,
Oh,
Cole got it for me for when was my birthday.
nice. Nice. Way to go, buddy. Yeah, I mean, I love my Elvis.
The story behind that is funny too because the Colonel had already sold all of Elvis's catalog, so if they put out any albums with any of his past recordings on it, they were gonna have to pay royalties
Oh.
to whoever bought it, MGM or whoever it was. And so the Colonel was like, well, I bet people would just buy a record at him just talking. And he's like, that's
Spoken
not
word
music.
Elvis.
They don't know that. They don't own that. So we get 100% of that.
Wow. Another W for Colonel Tom.
The first record I ever bought with my own money when I was a kid, it was TV Themes From. That's how lonely I was as a child. Because I did nothing but watch TV. I go, well, if I can't watch it, I can listen to the theme song every day. And they were like, and it's like clearly a 70s show. Like it's Chico and the Man. It's like sitcoms I don't think I ever watched as a kid, but SWAT. But it's not even done by like, it's not even the actual one. It was like by the new Grande Singers.
Oh, they're
or something.
covers?
Yeah. It's just trash. And I actually colored it because it looked like there were bubble letters. I go, oh, and I was like 6. I go, like it's like a coloring book. No, it's not, stupid. So I have that. That was my very first album I ever bought. So that's and it's just weird because it has it does not show like how this guy's music taste will go forward. It's just like, wow, he really likes Chico and the Man. Yeah. Welcome back, Cotter. Yeah. Welcome back. So it wasn't even the guy who sang it. It was a dude. Some of the guys like tried to do a little better, like welcome back. So it's just even worse.
Can you imagine being one of the studio artists when the label comes and they're like, I have this crazy idea. People love these TV shows, right?
Yeah.
We're going to record all the theme songs. Like, oh, fuck me.
Yeah. Oh, will Planet of the Apes be on there? You're goddamn right.
Why wouldn't it be?
But I
Are
think
you
it's
crazy?
been canceled. Doesn't matter. It's a killer theme song. Couldn't even tell you what the name of it is. I just know Planet of the Apes is on there. It's just dog shit. But
Yeah.
I have that.
And when the theme songs are like 30 seconds, you can really pile them onto a record. You know?
Although I did just buy one yesterday, and it was called "My Father Knew Sgt. Pepper," and it's the whole Sgt. Pepper's album done in 1988 by like indie artists to help kids in England who are getting abused. I don't know why they needed that much money. And so these English kids were really getting hammered on. I was like, we need way more than what we're getting. Let's see if the Beatles will help us out. And so it's like Sonic Youth's on there and Billy Bragg, and it's a mess.
That's pretty cool, actually.
But it's the same people that did The Last Temptation of Elvis, which is a Elvis covers album with Motorhead, Hall & Oates, Robert Plant.
What?
Fuzzbox.
Robert Plant?
Yeah, it's fantastic. Springsteen's on
Shit,
it.
I've never heard that.
nice.
Yeah,
somehow.
Last Temptation of Elvis. That's a good one. So I own that too. So I don't know. Why don't you guys come over to the house and we'll take a look?
Yeah, there we go.
Let's do a remote.
I think mine would be...
Sorry, I keep hitting this, Jake. I apologize. This massive can of beer they gave me.
I think mine would be Muhammad Ali versus Tooth Decay.
What?
Wow,
Yeah.
that sounds a good one.
Yeah, it's there's like Muhammad Ali had an
Now, is it
earlier
actually
record,
Muhammad
which is-
Ali or somebody covering Muhammad Ali?
It's this one. It's the real McCoy. They didn't have to go to whoever did all of the TV show theme songs. But
We got a
Muhammad
white
Ali,
guy who kind of sounds like Muhammad Ali.
yeah,
Throw him in.
it's on record. They won't know. His first record, I think, is called "I Am the Greatest," and 7 of the 10 songs have some variation on how great he is, or just the name Muhammad Ali in it, which I think is fantastic. Like Muhammad Ali and then the Muhammad Ali. They're 2 separate tracks. But yeah, Muhammad Ali versus Tooth Decay was like a charity album to try to promote, proper dental care.
That's fantastic.
And they have a cartoon, Tooth Decay, who is, truly a villain. Truly
I love it.
a rapscallion. Yeah, very strange, but
My dad worked in radio, so when I was a kid, when we moved to the States, he got a job at a Christian radio station, but they're on a record service, so every week they get the newest 45s that would come out, the new singles. And so nobody they're all church folks, so they didn't take them. So I would go every Saturday and just grab a pile of them. And I remember getting one of them was the wrestlers of the WWE in like 85 or something like that, doing Land of a Thousand Dances, an old Wilson Pickett song. And the cover's like Mean Gene Okerlund and Hulk Hogan and Rowdy Piper and all these people. And I wasn't even a wrestling guy. I go, this looks like something I might like. No, it's not. It's dog shit. But it's the wrestlers. So that's another weird one. That's a 45. It's not a full album. So
when you're trying to sell something to the kids, the last person I would want involved is Mean Gene Okerlund. No disrespect, rest in peace, but what the fuck,
Wilson
guys?
Pickett, really, if you think about it. I mean, he's the Wicked Pickett, but still, it's Yeah.
Aim higher, folks.
Bay Jane Okerlund. I remember being able to do that impression as a kid. Completely impressed all my friends. Like, wow. What wrestlers do you do? No one.
No,
I don't watch. I just know that guy. Bay Jane Okerlund.
just the 4'11" interviewer that they have. Yeah.
Was that your big break in comedy? How'd you start comedy?
How did I start comedy?
I can't. Every time I meet a comic that's well adjusted,
Uh-huh.
I'm like, what happened to you? Why did you start doing this?
I started in high school. So I had a partner. We did like in high school. Like we were in drama class, and then we both loved Eddie Murphy. Like that was around the time, So that was our first comic I ever saw. I saw Eddie Murphy on the Raw tour when I was in high school.
That's awesome.
And I was like, okay, I think I want to do this. I could do what he does. And by that, I mean, look ridiculous in leather pants. That's a different story. We can bring that up later. But yeah, so I started with a buddy of mine. We did like the talent show. And then we're the same age, but I graduated a year early because in Canada I started school a year earlier than the kids in my class. So I waited for him. I was in college, and then I waited for him to get out. And then we started doing stand-up together for a bit and didn't really go anywhere together. And then years went by. I was working at a bank, and I was doing like acting, like in community theater and stuff like that. And my boss signed me up for this contest at the Improv for the funniest banker. Because every week they would do a thing like to bring people into the club. They do like the funniest insurance agent, the funniest banker, the funniest waitress. So that week was the funniest banker. My staff signed me up.
How did those people eat shit?
It was pretty. They were pretty bad. But I was like, I got a call like around 11 in the morning saying, "Are you ready for tonight?" I'm like, I don't think you have the right person. I know what you're talking about. Oh, where's the Improv? I go, yeah, I didn't sign up for anything. Oh, your boss, I think maybe. I go, did you sign me up for a contest at the Improv? Like, oh, we forgot to tell you. I go, oh, that would have been helpful. So I go, what do I do? She goes, well, just got to do 5 minutes of comedy, and then there's a contest, and you win something. I said, oh, okay. So I went back, and I wrote like this quick bit about being the drive-up teller, like I was at a radio station. So I was like, I was in the drive-up, and I think it was... you ever gone to drive up at a bank and thought, what's taking so long? And I'm like, me. And I'm back there. I go, I don't know what I'm doing, but I've always wanted to do radio. So I'm like, good afternoon, and thanks for switching to B of A FM. All right, Duane Goad with you this afternoon. Going to be cashing some checks and doing some withdrawals. Let's check traffic right now. Lane 1's pretty good. Lane 2's backed up due to a money order. And in Lane 3, I'm disabled, so watch your toes. It'll roll back on you. Hey, let's go ahead and count up your requests right now. Here's your quarters. And it was just like this quick bit, and there's something about Johnny Carson as a bank teller. He was alive then, so I was able to do it. But people would just come up to at the bank and just give you something, not tell you what to do with it. Like one of my Karnaks, I was like, a basketball. Name something that will bounce like this check. I can't take this. Ed, could I?
That's great.
By the way, that Carson is going to be great on TikTok.
Yeah.
The kids will eat it up. Yeah. I got Pluto.
The Venn diagram there, single overlapping circle.
Yeah. So that's how I started really doing stand-up on my own. Like that's kind of where I really started, I think. That was like 93. And then the guy that I won the contest, which wasn't that impressive. Everybody else was just doing like street jokes and racist jokes and stuff. Oh, and so the guy said, hey, you want to come back next week and MC the show? I said, oh, okay. And I did, and they paid me like $800 to MC. I'm like, what? I'm like, this is great. He goes, I need you in 2 weeks. And I got to work. I got to work with all these great comics. Margaret Cho was so nice to me, and Wendy Liebman, and Dana Gould. And these were all people when I'm starting. These are the people I'm working with. I barely know what I'm doing. So I never had to do open mics and all that stuff. I never had to sign up and wait outside. I got like right lucky. And then when the club folded, I wasn't allowed to play.
Oh, okay, that
clubs.
makes sense.
Yeah,
$100 MCs.
Yeah, then it went back to. Then I had to start over and start doing the open mics and stuff. But I kind of had that weird thing where I just kind of went right in, started getting paid really well to do comedy, and then they were done. That's probably why they folded. They were paying MCs way too much, and so I ended up kind of restarting again at going to the open mics and stuff like that, meeting up with Brody Stevens and Tana and Tracy Tufts and those guys. So
you're in Canada, obviously. Were you in the Vancouver area?
No, I was here in Seattle.
Oh, by then you okay?
Yeah. But when my buddy and I were doing it, we would go to Canada to do comedy because, we were younger. We could get in the clubs and stuff like that because the drinking age is like 19. So we went to the clubs and when I say that I think we went to like 3 clubs and we kind of tanked. It was just like yeah, somebody said, you don't know what you're doing with the mics. You don't know your mic technique. And I'm like, what? I use a mic from an idiot. So yeah, it was strange. And then I went back and started doing Canada like later on, like in 2000-ish, I guess, 2001. So yeah, that's how I started. How'd you start?
Oh God, I started in high school also.
Oh,
Actually, I was thinking about the origins of I quit my job recently, so I've had a lot of time to think.
Oh, nice.
I'm a stay-at-home trophy husband. Yeah,
Oh.
never thought I'd be a trophy husband.
Pretty cool position.
You can only reenact the missed out fire vacuum scene so many times before it starts to lose its luster. But house is very clean. But I have been thinking about like when did I?
No, look at this thing. Oh, it's clean, isn't it, babe? Oh, I love it.
Yeah,
I love
my
it
wife
so.
does not think me having a pie on my face is funny anymore. I was thinking like when did I start performing? The first time I ever performed, I was in second grade, and we went on a cruise, and my parents were basically like, like you have to go do something. We're getting drunk. Like, go away. Go do something. So they signed me up for a kids club, and I got bored with that and figured out I could sneak out of it really easily. And then I found out there was a talent show on the boat, and I was like, I'm going to go do the talent show. Yeah, I had no idea what I was going to do yet. I
Mom,
showed
did
up.
you back my top hat and cane?
Hello, my darling. Hello, my...
We're drinking right now. I just don't know if you have it. That's all.
I can use your cane, too.
Here, take my top hat. Now, fuck off. Trying to get drunk.
And I didn't even really think until I got there. I was like, oh, I should probably have something. So I went back and I got my Elvis CD, and I like choreographed a whole Elvis dance and like
Holy shit!
Did-
You're Bruno Mars.
did an Elvis impersonation to Hound Dog, and that was where it all started. Then I did ventriloquism. What other weird shit did I do?
Oh wow, you're really checking all the boxes for the worst fucking comedy.
Christ. No wonder you lost your job. I mean,
I did some insult comedy. My Don Rickles
I was a
shit.
juggler. I
Blackface was just too expensive.
reenacted some Civil War bits that I had. Those were on the weekends with some friends of mine in the woods. Wow, you really hit the gamut of all of it there.
Mm-hmm. First time I did stand-up, I think I was 15 at
Wow.
Giggles, because Terry didn't fucking care how young you were.
Yeah.
Terry liked kids. That sounds way worse than it was
He
supposed
wasn't like
to.
that.
Yeah.
Look, he had some problems, but I don't think
Let's take it easy.
he...
Rest wherever you are, Terry. But yeah, so that's how I started stand-up. Yeah.
Headlines?
Headline. Yeah, let's do it. So this is my. I'll introduce this segment.
Okay.
This segment's very important to me, Duane, because I feel like there's just too many people in the world who bury their head in the sand and don't want to talk about the current events.
Yeah, and we're here to enlighten them.
Yeah, and so
really.
I feel like we need to talk about the current events. So let's
You're
start.
like Leno, too.
Let's
Elvis, Leno, you juggle, you tap dance.
let's start with this one. Man who robbed bank to get away from wife sentenced to home arrest.
Just get divorced. Be an adult. You know, what the fuck? I mean...
That judge fucking nailed it, though. He really was like, okay, what is the worst thing I could sentence this person to?
Yeah, that is a true kind of punishment fitting the crime scenario. Like, you know, your dad makes you smoke all the cigarettes because you smoked one. All right, smoke the whole pack.
That would be more like, you're going to have to go rob 10 more banks.
Yeah,
Ever hear Norman Doll's joke about that? Where he goes, oh, my dad, he got me smoking a cigarette, and he goes, oh, you can't be doing that, young fella. So he grabbed a cigar and he made me smoke a whole cigar. And that's when I started smoking cigars real heavy, I just miss Norman. I love that joke.
So
Then it goes on. I was like, I remember one time he caught me smoking weed, and did the same thing, That's when I started doing heroin real bad, Some the variation of that, but Norm was the best.
All right. Missing drunk man spent hours helping a search party look for himself. What, did they not give him a description of who they were looking? That's the thing I don't understand. Also, why were the people in the search party like, this guy's fucking hammered? Can somebody get him out of here?
Well, how
'Cause he's
drunk
not
were
helpful
they
at
if
all.
they didn't recognize him? Like, how bad of a search party these people? It's like, we got the crack team on this one.
Who are we looking for? A person. Just let me know.
Some kid, excuse me. Hey, no, beat it, kid. We're busy right now. I don't know where I live. Just get the hell out of here. We're looking for a drunk dude.
If your name is Mike or something, I could see being part of the party and not realizing, oh, I'm shouting my own name. But if this guy's name was Shaquille or something, it's like you didn't connect the dots there somewhere that in this 8-person search party you might be the same fucking guy.
I like that he was drunk enough to get lost, but still thoughtful enough to be helpful. Like, he was like, I'll help out. Somebody's clearly in trouble here.
That's just a person in search of community. That's just a shattered soul that really needs a drinking buddy.
And aren't we all?
Cheers to that.
In fact,
Aren't
he
we all?
knew it was him the whole time. He just thought, I'll get a half hour of social
want to
time.
hang out.
Yeah.
All right. Woman wakes up from a 5-year coma by laughing at her mom's joke. If that's what I woke up to from a coma, I would say put me down. Just put me back under. I don't want to wake up to a fucking knock-knock joke. It's not like her mom was coming out with Kyle Kinane or something. There's no way it was
I think
good.
you're projecting. I think you're projecting your own. I think you're working
You know
some
what?
shit out here.
Calling my mom a hack.
I don't know what kind of dinosaur you are, but women can be funny too. So, piss off.
Look at that. He brings up Margaret Cho and you shit all over it.
Okay, was the mom Margaret Cho? I didn't see that.
Are there names there?
Oh, I can't even know. How funny would it have to be? Well, actually, that's another thing. I wonder how many things they said that they shouldn't have around her while she was under before they realized she could hear everything.
Well, at least she's lost some weight. Mom? Are you hungry, dear? Let's get her some pudding.
So 2 doctors walk into a bar. There's no way it was good. There's no way it was a good joke.
Let me guess. If the dad told the joke, you totally believe it?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Sexist. You're going to get canceled. But I'm going to cancel you myself. Let's get him, everybody.
Okay, police detain pigeon for 8 months on suspicion of being a Chinese spy.
Got off light. My knowledge of the CIA and how it operates is if this pigeon can still talk, he's done better than the average, Guatemalan dictator historically. That's all I'm saying.
My thought is, if somebody was paranoid enough to say, that pigeon is a spy, why would you listen to their CIA allegations against a pigeon? How suspicious did that pigeon have to look for something to be? Also, how did it look Chinese?
I'm not going to go there. Was it a carrier pigeon? Did it have Chinese secrets in its?
Oh yeah, it was carrying a
It
very
was
Chinese
Calgon. It's not Calgon. Was it Calgon? What? No, ancient Chinese secret. Is that old commercial? Either way, are you saying a pigeon like a bird or like a guy who speaks pigeon?
A pigeon, a bird,
Oh, okay.
an actual pigeon.
Wow. And the U.S. government did this? Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, way to go, gang. Really? How's Space Force working out? Is that doing well, too?
When you detain a pigeon for 8 months, that means at month 7, you're like, I don't know yet, still. We're 200 days into this torture process, but I still have questions.
The pigeon's chest just rips. Got tattoos on it.
Yeah, I've been waterboarding the shit out of this
He's just
guy.
not talking. I can't imagine they already had a pigeon detainment center as well. So somebody had to go out and get a fucking bird cage and then write it off for the police station.
what was the-
bird cage for the pigeon we detained?
And they had clearly done this before. This is not the first pigeon they've taken into custody, which is just sad.
So there
there's
must have been one that got away.
some ornithologist out there just with protest signs, like, how dare you treat the pigeon this way? All the birders are out there. How dare you?
Little do they know,
Yeah.
Chinese spies. I mean,
All of a sudden, the lights kind of flicker a bit, like, oh, they took him down. They juiced him. they're eating. Some guy comes out with a bucket of chicken. Like, what? Hey, my lunch. You bastards.
oh man, that is very American. It reminds me. Since I've quit my job, I've been doing a lot of. I'm fine, by the way. Every time I keep telling people I quit my job, they're like, "Oh, okay, how are you doing? Like, I'm fine.
And your head shaved now. Like, oh, Chris is going through something.
That's funny. It happened to Britney Spears. Every time somebody shaves their head, man, they're going
Hey,
through it.
I'll tell you, when Britney Spears did that, I thought that was fantastic. I thought it was good for her. And people make fun of Britney Spears, but I'll tell you, I found her more punk rock than the punk rock. Remember the same time Green Day was preparing their Broadway show?
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah, they did the American Idiot. It was a Broadway performance that they were doing, like an actual play called American Idiot. And I'm like, oh, those guys mean the saviors of punk are hitting Broadway?
Yeah.
But the pop stars shaving her head and smashing cars with umbrellas? I think I'm a Britney fan at this point. Good for her.
Also,
I think pop just went punk.
Yeah, it
Billy
was awesome.
Joe, let me see your house. I want to see how many bathrooms it has.
Yeah, punk. Nothing against Green Day. Green Day are fine, but I'm just saying, I just found Britney Spears. That's when I became a fan of hers, when she went batshit crazy. I'm not a big fan of her music, but I like the fact that she's nuts.
Yeah, taking some control of her career a little bit here.
Yeah, that's why I say leave her alone.
Yeah.
She can smash cars if she wants to.
I've been saying, though, since I quit, like, my way of being like, I'm still doing something with my life. I keep being like, I'm going to travel. So I keep, like, looking at maps, like, where do I want to go? And I started thinking, I know that this isn't a distinctly American thing, but it feels like it is. I noticed when you look at a map, it says Spain, but I know that in Spain it's España. And I love the idea that they're like, we're España. We're like, I'm not calling you that. You were Spain. Yeah, nice try. That's a little fruity for me. I think we're going to go ahead and just call you Spain.
This. By the way, I would have loved to have said, I just want to travel. Just go. And by the way, I'll be at Joker's in Richland, Washington.
No, I have to wait a year.
I'll be in Woodburn, Oregon this weekend.
Medford.
Yikes.
But when you say travel, is this by yourself? Are you going to bring your family, or just they're going to stay home and you're going to travel?
Family will come with, yeah,
Oh,
if we can
nice.
afford it. We can't afford it, though. That's the thing. I
Could you
quit
quit
my
your
job.
job?
Yeah.
The old
So-
conundrum.
We have a lot less money now.
I think only I can afford to go. So I think, baby, you can stay here. I'll probably need money on my trip, so you can keep working.
I'll be going to
Just
España.
I'm going to España, babe. It's not cheap.
I don't know
It's
why
not
we.
like Spain.
Why won't we
This
just
is a-
call them their names, though? That's the thing I don't understand. Just call them what they want to be called. You're lucky we're
Hey.
not calling you Mexico East.
That's
New Mexico's already taken otherwise.
You just said the argument for the whole world. Why can't you just call someone what they want to be called? I'm with you, pal. Hey, everybody, we're allies.
This is our little "We Are the World" moment.
Yeah.
Finally,
You are
somebody gets me.
Not that it's a language barrier or different. There's 47 different names for United States too, but
Yeah, U.S., USA. I do love when people call us America. They just give us credit for two continents, like we're the whole thing.
yeah, take it over.
I love that. We America. Mexico, South America.
You gotta
Because
be honest,
everything
that's
south
because
of America is South America.
Most Americans are not familiar with any of the countries within that map. Bolivia was named after a guy. It's not.
Africa's my favorite country.
See, hacky, but also yes. Can we do this week in history, Chris?
Yeah, let's do it. Where
All
are we at
right.
time, Jake?
It's at 6:45. Yeah. So, I'll at least give a little bit more idea. This is just an excuse for us to ask more dumbass questions. February 2nd, 1709, Alexander Selkirk is rescued after being shipwrecked, inspiring the adventure book Robinson Crusoe. What would be your favorite and least favorite parts of living on a desert island?
Favorite part? The nudity. Just not having to. You know how I am. I don't wear clothes at home if I don't have to. I'll wear boxers, just a basic layer.
A loincloth, really.
But if somebody comes to the door, I need a couple minutes. I can see the disgust on Dwayne's face. He's not.
we're back to warm toilet seats.
My least favorite thing would be all the sand because of all the nudity. So
So two planets floating around the same nude sun here, I see.
Yeah, I'd have to say, just not being able to shower every day and just dirt.
Yeah. Just a
No
general.
food. I mean, I can't. By the way, would I have my montage music during this?
yeah, no
Because
warm
it's-
toilet seats.
Because it's
That's
just
a pro.
well, they're all warm on God's island. That's why I call it, by the way, God's island. and I would be gone.
Although God in this case is unable to make a fire and
Yeah, I
missing
mean,
his
I'd be done.
Zoloft prescription. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd enjoy any of that. I hate the outdoors. I don't like being out in the sun. I love it when it's cold, and I like it when it's sunny and freezing cold. Yeah. But when it's sunny and hot, I just hate that. And I don't want to be outside, and I don't want to watch people do fun shit. I was like, well, nobody cares. I'm not buying and taking my kids. Fuck off. Nobody gives a Jesus, not everybody likes your life. Jesus, stop showing it in everybody's face.
Get your kids out of my frame.
I just started thinking about a lady from last summer. Nobody gives a shit, lady. Beat it.
What did she do? What did she do?
A lady
just enjoying her day, and it just pissed me off. She was taking selfies.
Was she whistling and stuff?
Just
I fucking hate
smiling and happy.
Oh, you're so happy you have to whistle? You're fucking forcing it.
Beat it. That's what I said. Then her husband came out, and he was joking around with her, and they're all having fun. I'm like, fuck off. Then my wife came out. She goes, what's your problem? I go, nothing. Nothing's my problem. Let's get in the car and let's get out of here.
I like to think this happened in your yard, and it's your neighbors that you are fucking hating.
You know what? You're not far off.
Chris, did you have? Oh yeah, you already nailed yours. I think Duane already nailed mine by giving the very straight answer of my least favorite part would be dying in a week, because that would be the fucking case.
There's no way.
Yeah,
there's no castaway here. I'd probably last more than a week. I got some reserves on board.
Even if FedEx boxes could come into and I'd like, I shouldn't open that. That's not mine. Yeah, I'm a good person. I'm like, that's not.
I'm not trying to get arrested if I get.
Yeah,
saved.
This could be a sting. There could be cameras just to see if I. There are cameras everywhere nowadays. I don't be that guy. No, that's somebody's private.
Every
business.
coconut's a camera.
Yeah. How do you get away with crimes these days? Is it possible?
I don't even know. Like when I see these people like on those, my wife watches every crime show. Like I fall asleep. I have like terrible dreams.
Yeah,
I'm either getting murdered or I'm a murderer because of her dreams, because of these shows that she puts on, and I fall asleep to them, and I always think they're gonna hack me up, put me in the trunk of a car, and take me somewhere.
Well, if you're hacked up already, the trunk's not that big of a deal.
Well, it's just the idea. I mean, I wouldn't be able to wear a suit. And I don't want to have like pieces, I don't want like a vest because my arms were chopped off. I look like an asshole in a vest. I'm a magician. So when I die, I want to have a full suit, so I don't want to be hacked up. These are all things that I'll get into on my blog. But that being said, I just I don't even know how people, because I watch these people like they do something and they have those footage of them with the detectives and they're trying to get away with it. I'm like, you're totally busted.
Yeah.
Like if they put you in that room, you just know like, oh, this isn't to ask me how my day's been. I've seen the shows. They're there to take me down because I'm an idiot and I got caught. I could never do that stuff. I'd be caught. They would catch me as I was doing it. That's how bad I would be at it. I would have a night before I even went after somebody. The cops like, hey, and I go, I just found this. I thought I was going to put it in her chest. I thought it was hers.
I've been watching all this. I've been watching a lot of documentaries about shipwrecks randomly. It's just another. I'm fine. Everybody, I'm fine. But I've been watching a lot of stuff.
Train wrecks?
My life is a train.
Modern ways for you to die. Yeah. Like, what else?
Well, that's my point. Poisoning? So I'm watching all this shit from like the late 1800s and early 1900s, and some of the weird ways people committed fraud and didn't get caught forever. In the most simple way, they just like changed the letterhead. Wrote just.
See, that's how science has bit us in the ass.
Yeah, we can't even break the law in peace anymore.
Oh, great! We got cameras and blood checkers.
I keep thinking if I was alive back then, I absolutely would have been a criminal. It would have been so easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a lot of forensic.
Yeah,
I think I would have owned a tailoring shop.
I would have been ripping off Macy's. That's what I would have been doing.
But you have to boycott because they're not treating their employees right.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's why I'm doing it.
Yeah, like I give the rat's ass by Macy's employees. All right. Just get in there and sell your garbage. I went to the mall. They were all outside, and I was like, that's where I would walk to go in, It's like the new Sears. Remember Sears? You just use it for parking.
Yeah, to go somewhere better.
You just walk. Oh, Sears is the way I get to the mall. That's what Sears is. Now it's Macy's, so I got to go through. Everybody's like, "Oh, don't shop here because they don't treat us right." I'm like, You're not treating me right. Yelling
They
at my
don't treat
ear.
you right. Stop working here.
Yeah.
Well, I also wasn't going to shop there anyway. I'm going through so that I can.
I
go
don't
to
need
the-
any mace. So.
I didn't need any Ryan Seacrest collection clothes. I think I'll just head on in and hit the.
I got a cool leather jacket there once, but
Simpler times. Okay, February 2nd, 1887, 135 years ago, Puxatawney Phil is officially chosen as the mascot for Groundhog Day. Is that the strangest American holiday tradition? The looking at the groundhog shadow.
I got to say, I got a
winter's
bone to
gone.
pick with him. Not very accurate. He's like 38%. I saw
Turns out
him and his
people-
ancestors.
Turns out people 135 years ago were even fucking dumber than they are now.
You know what? Find a different bloodline. Maybe this one's not good at it. Why has it got to be the same line of
How is it?
groundhogs?
How is it the fact that we know like the lineage of the groundhogs family members who have had the same gig? But if I wanted to find out, did somebody in my have throat cancer in my family? I don't even know. I don't even know if I could find that out. You know, I had to wait for the guy from PBS to call me to be a guest.
You got to be from a royal family.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't know that, but we know this dirty rat's lineage, and we're gonna listen to. I like the fact that he said there's more winter's coming. Like, ugh, how dumb are these people? Where do they do that?
I think that's in Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
I
figures.
think. Yeah, figures. Amish country.
Even the Amish are like this
What
is
else are they going to rely on?
superstitions. Yeah, I don't buy into that stuff.
That's
I
a
think
lot
it's
of
all-
pressure for a groundhog, man.
Yeah.
I think he knows.
I don't.
That's got to be a trip. He's just being a groundhog the rest of the time, and then once a year they yank him
Everybody's
out of his fucking
staring
hole.
at you.
Yeah, some guy with a weird hat and sideburns holding you up, and everybody's like,
Have you noticed that guy always looks the same too? Like that guy's never died. Is it a ghost?
"No, it's the same bloodline though. The sideburns running the family."
It's like, welcome to our family. When you turn 18, you get this vest and this monocle. But my eyes are fine. Shut up.
Wear the
Blah, blah,
monocle.
blah.
Yeah.
And
It's just glass.
in February, we're gonna be outside for a couple mornings getting ready.
And
So just
also,
get ready.
that monocle's going to fuse into your eye socket like the mask or something. Like it's actually pretty.
No, that's what it trans. He doesn't even have the sideburns the rest of the year, but he puts on the monocle and they grow in. So it's like when he puts on the jacket and
It's like
Santa
Thriller.
Claus.
When the moon hits him, he's like, I'm not like other guys. What? I'm a dopey asshole. I work with groundhogs every February. Sorry, babe. Guess I'm not getting late on this date.
Yeah, what do you think that guy's? What do you think he makes? Is that pay? Is that gig pay?
Not in U.S. dollars. It probably it's paid in some various like livestock, some sort of old dowry of sorts. Like,
Pancakes from like the local diner. Okay, you get a free breakfast on February because of this thing. So
And
all right.
we'll resurface your deck.
it's yeah, exactly.
Get free deck work. I like that. Apollo Hot Tubs has joined the.
All right, February 2nd, 1935. The very first polygraph tests are administered to 2 murder suspects. First time evidence was admitted of that kind in U.S. courts. Do you think you could pass a polygraph?
No, even if I was innocent, no, I would have definitely
Yeah,
failed.
what'd you eat for lunch yesterday? Oh, God.
Yeah.
pressure's
I
on.
just say a salad because I don't even eat lunch. I just want people to think I'm not weird. You're going away.
What
for
the
not
fuck were you
salads.
eating that made you weird? Maybe that's how Dahmer got caught. He wasn't even eating people. He just said that because he was panicked, taking a polygraph.
Yeah. The pressure.
Although all the bodies in his apartment are pretty damning.
That's crazy. Like almost 100 years ago, they had the polygraph thing. And has it changed much? Because when you see like a polygraph test, it looks like old technology.
Oh, for
It looks
sure.
like something you see like the opening of the $6 million man. Like, we'll make him stronger. Beep beep, beep beep, beep beep beep. It's like what? Because this is like technology we're using to put people away. I don't know. That's
Is this guy
accurate.
testing somebody or sending an SOS?
Yeah.
What is happening?
It's just like I think it's broken. No, it means you're a liar. It does? I'm just delivering your guys' sandwiches. I'm from DoorDash. Oh, we got the wrong guy.
I like that it's existed for so long, and they're still like, we can't use that. As evidence.
not the most reliable stuff. When in a world with DNA evidence, that's
You
definitely
know what?
the hokier.
But this groundhog saw the murder. Put him on the stand.
Let's get him hooked up
Yeah.
to one of those monitors, and we'll see.
Yeah, is it
my
really
my
weird?
thing with that is, I heard somewhere that you can fool the test by like clenching your butthole. If you can fool anything with your butthole, not reliable.
I don't have any way to dispute that claim, but it can't be accurate. I refuse to take that at face value.
Where do they put these stickers?
Yeah.
That's what I think. I thought they were like on your chest or your head or up your ass. Now they're see that's why they can't use it in court.
It's the anal probe that really makes it.
All right, last question, y'all, and we'll get out of here. February 5th, 1958, a hydrogen bomb is lost off the coast of Savannah, Georgia, and is never recovered.
What?
What's your biggest whoopsie daisy?
That's a pretty big whoops daisy. They lost a hydrogen bomb
It was the 50s, okay? Cold War was really... It happened from
somewhere
time
in
to
the
time.
ocean,
Yeah,
presumably.
near Georgia. One of the last places I would assume needed a nuke on site, unless that was where it was ending up.
Which Georgia?
It's okay. Very good point. In the Cold War, no, our Georgia, not the land of borscht and vodka.
By the way, this question is brought to you by Peacock. Check out Oppenheimer streaming February 14th exclusively on Peacock.
Losing a bomb. That had to have hit the ocean floor and gone kaboomy.
No, I think that they would have known if that were the case. I don't think it was armed in that way where that was a possibility, but it's something where it's like, yeah, we're going to get some weird fish out of that environment eventually.
Yeah. That's going to be one unlucky pufferfish that finally pokes that thing, man. Holy shit. Biggest oopsie daisy. What is the dumbest thing I've ever done?
The funniest oopsie daisy I had was I got seasick on a cruise ship, and then while running to try to find the garbage can, I vomited and then slipped in it like some sort of old Buster Keaton movie. But
If you only had your top hat and cane.
exactly. Yeah, I wouldn't. But I've like torn my rotator cuff instead because I lack his grace.
Biggest mistake? I've made a lot of mistakes. Becoming a comedian is one. I should have stayed in college. No. What's your biggest oopsie daisy? Quitting your job? Growing that
To be
beard?
determined.
I don't know. I think I'm doing okay. Biggest oopsie daisy. I remember one time I was at Laughs, and I left my notebook on stage, and you went up after me
Oh,
and started reading out of my
Yeah.
notebook.
That was a
which,
fun night.
for anybody who's not a comedian, I can't think of anything more petrifying to have happen to you than for an actual comedian to go through your, I wouldn't even say half-baked ideas.
Just sentence fragments. Keystone Ice Food Bank. What does that mean?
I don't know. I don't have a lot of regrets. Pretty much every fuck up I've ever had, I've been like, okay, I learned something from that.
That's
had
very
moments I
Buddhist of you.
I've had moments I regret. Like I did a show, and it was with Adam West, who played Batman.
Yeah.
He was this club would bring in these like B celebrities or whatever to. Nothing against Adam West, but it's not like he wasn't an Oscar winner. But they brought him in to host the show, and before the show, he kept bringing me shots, and I don't drink hard drinks. I just drink light beers. So I was like, I thought before the show we could all partake in some Jaeger shots. Like, okay, nobody's gonna say no to Batman. So like, all right, so I do a couple, and I basically what happened. He kept bringing it back, and I don't remember doing the show. Like I was so sick, and I was on the floor. And the next week, I was at the club, and this guy was talking to the headliner that week. And I go in the bathroom. This guy comes up to me. You know, you're in the bathroom, and you can feel someone looking at you. So he's looking at me, and he goes, "I've seen you." And I go, "Oh, it's my first time here tonight, but I've been drinking a lot of water." And he goes, "I saw you last week. You sucked." And I go, "Oh, did you see that show with Batman?" He's like, "Yeah." I go, "Yeah, I don't remember doing that show." And then he goes, "You sucked." He goes, "Yeah, I get it, man. Like, sorry, it's a rough show." I go, "I'm not giving out refunds in the shitter. Go get a job, make $10." And so then I go out and I talk to the headliner, who was I thought friends with the guy. I said, hey, your friend's a real asshole. And then the next thing, this guy went up to put a drink in this guy's face, like to throw a drink at him. And the headliner, went up and spit beer in the guy's face and became this huge thing. And,
Oh, fuck yeah.
but I think it's all because of Adam West.
Yeah.
It's all his
No
fault.
responsibility
Yeah.
on your part
Yeah,
at all.
I don't take any responsibility. Batman did it. I thought we all would. That was just a sad story, just so I could do an impression of another dead person.
They've been great.
Who remembers Don Knotts? Oh, I don't want to go there for everybody. Anyway, go ahead, dear.
I'm
sorry.
waiting for
I
Harry
can't
Carey,
believe
and I
this.
want you to pull out some even bigger frame glasses.
Giant glasses.
All right, everybody. That has been the Second Lunch Podcast with Duane Goad. Duane, do you have anything coming up you want to...
No. I mean, I'm going to be starting my own podcast to go in contention with this one. No, but I don't know when it's the next couple weeks. But it's called the Goadcast, and you can find it. It'll be on my social stuff, and I'll be talking about it. But
Nice.
it's going to be on a actual radio station, so it's a podcast, but with music, and it's So
Very
it's
cool.
something new. So
Cool.
Yeah. So
Check out the Goadcast after you listen to ours, of course.
Yes.
Yeah, you can find us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. We're there if you want to see clips. Follow us there, of course. Keep listening. Follow Duane. You're just on Facebook, right?
I'm on MySpace.
MySpace.
I'm on LinkedIn. No, I'm just Facebook, Instagram.
I'm on LinkedIn.
I'm not on Twitter.
too.
I got rid of X when Elon took over. I jumped ship on that.
Oh, wow.
It was just it's just a dark place. I don't want to be on it.
Making a statement.
Yeah. Look at me getting all political.
I
Make
don't
sure
need
you
a
guys
blue
vote.
check mark.
And also, I'm Canadian. So it doesn't really matter what I think.
All right, everybody. Thank you very much for listening, and bye.